Welcome back to Delta Code. I'm Delta, a seasoned economist with 20 years of investment experience, and today I am bringing you my analysis of why the Arbitrum token is likely going to go down in March. The reason is something called tokenomics. Tokenomics is how the project's tokens are distributed, and in March, Arbitrum is about to release a massive amount of tokens into circulation, and if you know anything about supply and demand dynamics, once the supply increases drastically, demand being equal, the price of the per token goes down. Currently, the value of Arbitrum is about $2 billion, and they have $1.2 billion in circulation. If you were planning on buying Arbitrum, or if you have some already, this should make you pause and reconsider purchasing them now. Maybe wait until this March unlock happens and possibly the price goes down. If you want to bet on the price going down, then you should stay tuned and follow along the video of my analysis and then take a short position in the Arbitrum token. Personally, I sold all my Arbitrum tokens and I started a short position betting that the price of ARB will go down after the unlock, which happens in 3 weeks. So from now until then, anything could happen with the price, but after the unlock, I am betting that the price will go down just because that's how supply and demand works and human nature. There will be some people that receive these tokens that got them for next to nothing that will want to sell. And since it's over $2 billion being unlocked, I'm betting that there will be a significant downward pressure from the sellers. If you are not yet following me on Substack, go on and click on the link in the description below. Give it a little sub. It's totally free. And sometimes you get alpha before the video because the video takes longer to make and edit than for me to publish an article. I usually first write out my thoughts, think about them, digest them, and then I make a video. So in this case, here is my Arbitrum short take. In March of this year, in a few short days, there will be a token unlock of Arbitrum. First of all, I don't like shorting tokens or stocks. It feels icky to me because I'm betting on something failing, and I'm an optimist, and this doesn't come naturally to me. I am overwhelmingly long in everything. Seldom I find an opportunity like this where I feel compelled to short because the tokenomics are just hard for me to argue against. Last time I did this was for the SAN token, and here's the link on my formerly Cryptonomics Medium blog post, where there was a 12% unlock in February of last year, or was it this year, where I wrote that the token will be unlocked and the price will drop by 20 to 35%. The price dropped by about 34% right after, as I predicted. You can check out the article and fact check my receipts on how good my forecasts are. I've known that the Arbitrum token unlock is going to happen for a long time. It's been over a year. I did not know when to actually start a short position on this. And if you don't know what a short position is, it's when you're betting that the price of a asset is going to go down and you are selling it more or less now, hoping to buy it back later. There's different ways you can do this. You can do this through options. You can literally just borrow the shares or tokens and sell them. You can do perpetual swaps, which are contracts where people are betting long and short and you're just paying each other. It's a zero-sum game. So if I'm winning, somebody's losing. If I'm losing, somebody else is winning. One important thing that I note in my article is that this isn't code, this unlock. It is more or less code the way they've agreed to it now, or a contract between investors and the people who are entitled to these unlocked tokens. But there is scenarios in which everybody involved can agree not to do this because it will be detrimental to everybody's bags. One of these projects, I forget which one, I'll have to look through my notes, there was a unlock, and I wrote an article about this. Might have been the IMX token. And the DAO voted not to unlock tokens because they realized that it was such a large unlock, it would crash the price. And during a crypto winter, during the bear market, this wasn't in anybody's interest to do. So they just pushed it off, I think, a year or longer. So the investors were happy not to crash their own bags because they can actually trade their unlocked tokens to somebody else. So if I have, let's say, 1 million tokens that are locked, well, I can sell them to somebody else, the rights to them, and they're happy to pay me some discounted price to the current market rate. If I have paper hands and they think it's a good project with their diamond hands, they're happy to hold it, but they're not going to give me the market price. They'll give me a discount price because they're also aware that the unlock might hurt the price. This is called over the counter. So it's when two individuals make an agreement and the person who has the rights to unlock sells it to them. So some of these trades might happen before the unlock happens. That's why the unlock might not have as big of an impact. Now, in this case, we don't know what will happen, but here's the meat of the thesis for shorting Arbitrum token, as in March, there will be a large unlock. So Arbitrum, if you're not familiar with it, it is the largest L2 on Ethereum. It has $12.5 billion of total locked value, and it has gone through a lot of updates and technological improvements. That's why it's the biggest and most well-known. The pivotal moment here is the tokenomics. Right now, there are 1.275 billion tokens. I think this number is actually slightly off, might be closer to 1.5, 1.6. But regardless, let's say face number 1.3 billion tokens that are locked. In 21 days, another $1.1 billion, or 87% of the current circulating supply, will be increased. Let's just round it up to 100. Let's say there's 1 billion out now and another 1 billion is going to be added. During that moment, there's nothing special about that day. The market capitalization of $2 billion is currently being divided by 1.27 billion tokens, making each token be worth 1 cents, right? The day this gets unlocked, all that happens is this value gets divided by twice as many tokens, which means per token should be worth about half. This is how supply and demand dynamics work. You're just dividing the value of something by more people. Now, what's going to happen? In 21 days, 3 weeks' time, 1.1 billion ARB, $2 billion of value will be unlocked. Right now, it's worth 2.2 billion. So basically, the project should not double in its value just because there's extra tokens. That's not how the world works, right? If Facebook tomorrow doubled its shares, its value as a company would not double. It would stay the same. Only each share would be worth half as much. This is often the case with stocks when they either do a reverse split or a split. Here's where we are, 1.2 billion, and March we jump to close to 3 billion. But there's also this giant supply that goes, I think 4 billion tokens that goes to the DAO. And each month on the same day, there is a cliff of more tokens being unlocked for the next year. So each month there's going to be more sell pressure. There's going to be more supply added to the circulation. And the DAO, this is going to be more transparent. What they decide to do is they'll have a funding proposal to do some sort of upgrade, to pay people, to do marketing. Then it goes for a vote, and then the community votes on it. So we will see these hitting the circulation, but still, that's a lot that can potentially hit at any moment given the DAO governance. These right here, the investors, early investors, and employees are going to sell. Some have already sold. They probably got these for free. And if they have millions of dollars of these $2 billion they'll be worth, let's just say hundreds of millions of dollars of sell pressure will hit this project. The price, in my opinion, more or less will be pulled down. regardless of hype that may be created otherwise. Sometimes unlocks can be bullish, but this is a rare event. Sometimes unlocks can be a non-event. But this is such a large percentage of the circulating supply that I personally don't think that it will go up. I can be wrong. Again, governance can change. We never know what the Treasury will do. But rest of these people are real humans with incentives, and game theory is real. Game theory says other people will sell, so I should sell before they do at the current price, especially if my cost basis is 1 penny or 2 cents. Theoretically, I should be selling all the way down to that point, maybe double that, let's say 4 cents. So at the current $1.80, I'm happy to take profit at anything below $1 and close out my position, but I expect the price to at least drop 50% after the unlock. Not financial advice, this is just what I'm expecting. Now, I've known this for a long time. I've known this more than a year ago, but I never knew when is the right time to enter my position. Had I done it earlier, I could have lost my bet on this ride up all the way to $1.40 recently. So now it's been around 2. At 2, I sold my ARB tokens because that was a way for me to keep track of the price. And now at 180, I've started a short position. Let's see. Yeah, my liquidation price is at $3, and I might increase my position if the price goes back up in the meantime. In the next 3 weeks, if the price goes to $2 or more, I may increase or double my position, which is I am short about 5,000 ARB tokens. I may take that up to 10 or 15,000, who knows. How can you do your own research on this? Well, here, if you go on DeFi Llama, you can look at this tab right here, unlocks, and if you filter by unlocks per day, you can see that Arbitrum is number 1 by vast amounts. Also, you can go to this website, Token Unlocks, which is one of my favorite websites to use for this purpose. And here you can see in 21 days how much will be unlocked, all the previous unlocks and future unlocks, who gets what in this scenario, individual wallets, investors, yes, just massive amounts to so many people are going in this unlock. So the foundation gets close to 4 billion, team and future team gets 2.6 billion tokens, investors 1.7, close to 2, 1.1 for individual wallets, and DAOs and Arbitrum ecosystem, very little. But look at this. It's at 1 billion here, and then it just jumps up straight to the moon. What will happen with the price? It's really hard to tell. I'm betting that it's going to fall down by at least 50% to 80 cents, if not down to 50, 60 cents. How am I playing it? I'm betting, I'm shorting it. I sold all my ARB tokens, and I shorted 5,000 worth of tokens. And I might double that if the price goes against me. I don't know about doubling down, but we'll see. Don't forget to follow me on my Substack to stay up to date on articles and to stay up to date on actionable insights like these. Make sure to like and subscribe this video. Every subscribe and like helps, as the channel is just getting started, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And as always, may the force of compound interest be with you. Peace.